Your laptop is basically a compromise between three companies that barely talk to each other. Intel or AMD makes the processor, Nvidia handles graphics, and Microsoft provides the operating system. Each component speaks a different language, creating bottlenecks that slow everything down. Microsoft and Nvidia just announced they are building something completely different. The RTX Spark PC represents the first major challenge to this fragmented approach in over a decade. Traditional PC architecture works like a relay race where each runner has to stop and hand off the baton. Data moves from CPU to GPU to system memory, creating delays at every handoff. Spark architecture eliminates these handoffs by letting the RTX GPU communicate directly with Windows kernel processes. This unified memory approach means your graphics card can access system resources without asking permission from the CPU first. Microsoft built custom drivers that treat Nvidia silicon as a first-class citizen rather than an external accessory. Early benchmarks show rendering tasks completing 30 to 40% faster than equivalent Intel and AMD systems. Gaming performance jumps even higher because frame data no longer bounces between separate memory pools. Intel faces the bigger threat here because their integrated graphics strategy becomes irrelevant when Nvidia GPUs handle both discrete and integrated workloads. Their CPU sales depend heavily on bundling mediocre graphics with decent processors. Spark PCs eliminate that bundling advantage entirely. AMD loses on both fronts since they compete directly with both Nvidia graphics and Intel processors. Their APU products, which combine CPU and GPU on single chips, look outdated when Spark delivers better integration through software instead of silicon. The real disruption comes from Microsoft choosing sides in the hardware wars. Windows has remained mostly neutral between chip vendors for decades. Spark breaks that neutrality by optimizing the operating system for Nvidia hardware specifically. Intel and AMD must now convince Microsoft to build similar deep integrations for their products. Given Nvidia's current AI dominance and stock market value, Microsoft clearly sees them as the winning horse. Expect Intel to announce their own Microsoft partnership within 6 months. AMD will likely double down on Linux gaming to reduce their Windows dependence. The PC industry just became much more interesting. If you want to understand how AI chips are reshaping the entire semiconductor industry next, it is already on the channel.